Oh,
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Joined today is my co-host, Kelsey and JoJo.
Hello.
I'm bringing you a podcast. I know what you guys are thinking. What the fuck? Where were you guys at? What happened? Well, I know not everybody's part of the Twitter, but, we posted a little announcement letting everybody know. Had some technical difficulties, which I have went through some painstaking, whenever you get on Google, and then Google takes you to Reddit, and Reddit takes you about 400 pages down. Yeah, I went on a couple of those to figure out the fuck issues were, and what, needless to say, I'm not alone. Everybody in the world just fucking hates Skype, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. We all have come to a realization that Skype sucks. Skype sucks. All right, we know that. But on a good note, I'm super pumped. As a lot of you may know, I've been updating a lot of my stuff. I'm trying to get legit with this streaming YouTube thing. And my latest addition has been more to give me more space. I wanted to get me a bigger desk, but I'm going to be moving into a house soon, and I would like to not have to move a bigger desk. So I'm going to wait till I move into my new house and then get my desk. So I only have to move it once versus moving it twice. Woot day woot. So I thought, what can I do, Chris? What can I do to give me more space? So to let the viewers who haven't heard this yet, and JoJo here, know what led me to this realization. I bought a mouse pad, right? I had one already. I had a mouse pad that was a custom one that I got done of Deadpool, and I was super happy with it. Normal mouse pad. My keyboard moves all the time. Well, my old keyboard did. My new one doesn't. But the point of it is that my old one moves so much, I was already doing what I was doing, so it was too late by the time I bought my new keyboard. Anyways, so I wanted to get me a big enough mouse pad for the mouse and the keyboard. So that way my keyboard would be stationary and I'd have enough room for my mouse, be good to go. So I bought me an oversized mouse pad. I kind of figured they were a one size standard, and that's not true at all. That you actually have to check the dimensions of the mouse pad you buy. So this thing is basically a fucking carpet. Needless to say, it takes up one whole side of my L desk. Literally the entire side of my L desk. It's a fucking carpet. It's comedically huge, and I love it though. I love it. It's amazing. It's Final Fantasy VII, so obviously I love it. It's amazing. So, and the way it works is it's got like the whole cast on the right, and then it's got my keyboard on the left where it says Final Fantasy. It just shows Midgar, so it's like I still get to see the entire cast, and I got my Stream Deck on there, my mouse. It's all nice and beautiful. Well, my monitors were in the way. They could not allow my mouse pad to go as far as I wanted it to without me putting the monitors on it. But if I did, it would cover up Air's gorgeous face and Cloud's gorgeous face and Tifa's gorgeous. And I can't do that. Right? So for the longest, it's been on my right side of my desk, which is to my right, where I have all my Final Fantasy VII collectibles. Basically everything that came out of the fucking Soldier First Class edition for Final Fantasy VII Remake is on my desk. So, I have my original black label Final Fantasy VII up there as well. So that's where it's been. And I was like, man, I really, really, really want to get, something new. Well, my girlfriend bought me, and this is actually really, really cool because I've been fucking wanting this for a while. And I kind of forgot about it, but I found this little statue of Deadpool. Now, I've got a lot of statues. So let's just throw out here. I've got a Cloud Amiibo. I've got a Link Amiibo. I want the other Cloud Amiibo. I haven't got that one yet. The one with him from Avid Children. As I said, I have my Final Fantasy VII Black Label, my Final Fantasy VII Remake Original Copy, Final Fantasy VII Deluxe, and Final Fantasy VII First Class cases all up here from the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've got Cloud on the bike, and Tifa, Barret, and Aerith are coming out later this year, and they'll be up there too. I've got my Diablo statue, and it's just his head from the game Diablo, and it's got a soul stone in his head, which is cool because it's a little USB. You plug it in, it's got Diablo 1 and 2 on it. Right? They just came out around my birthday. I was super pumped about this. It's 6'9", with a pop of Tyrael from that game. He's like the Archangel. It's my favorite guy. Yep. I got a fucking pop of him, and he's actually right in front of my Switch, which is also on my desk. Its whole port situation is on my desk. And I got one of those light-up stands that have the whole Sheikah slate tablet in front of it, so it's got all that running through it. And I got him right in front of that, so it looks like the markings are all behind him. It looks so fucking cool. I'll take pictures of it. It looks so cool. Anyways, so on to my Link Amiibo. to my little Vivi figure, to my Deku Pop, to my Deadpool Pop / stuffed animals, what that one is, to my Legend of Zelda letter opener, which is literally just the Master Sword stuck into a fucking stone that's got the Zelda symbol on it, and then another statue of Deadpool, and then my Halo Reach statue that I got from my fucking game. This is literally the ones that I took out of storage. This doesn't cover anywhere near my collectibles. I just ran out of room. I don't have any fucking shelves in here because I plan on moving soon, so I'm not putting any of that shit up. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically my desk. So the one I left out is the new one I got. So I was looking online. I saw this. I really, really wanted this bad. And I pointed out to my girlfriend, well, she had got it for me for my birthday, which just recently passed, so I got to open it. And on there, it is a small little wooden circle, and it's got Deadpool. And the cool part is that it's a comic book in the back as the stand, and it's him 3D stepping out of the comic. So he still has 1 foot in the panel.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool as shit. And like when I saw it, it was like $20. And I mean, it's not a huge statue by any means, but I mean, it's decent. I mean, the whole thing literally almost covers up my entire hand. And he's stepping out, and he's got one hand on his katana blade, slowly drawing it out, and the other hand doing the whole shh thing. So it looks cool as shit. Literally, it's just him stepping out of the fucking comic. And so I got that out, and I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, I need more room. I need more room because that's just my collectibles. That doesn't include my keyboard, my HyperX mouse, my Beats pill. That's my fucking speakers for my computer, my fucking Stream Deck, my mouse, my goddamn laptop, my controller, my headset, all this other shit that I need on my fucking table. So I need something, right? And plus, I want to use this fucking carpet that I bought for a mouse pad. So I got me a monitor mount. And I've looked into this for a while. I was more wanting to go towards a new desk, but as I said, I don't want to have to fucking... I'm about to move into a house soon. I don't want to have to fucking move a desk twice. Yeah. Right. So I was like, well, we'll go with the monitor mount. And it was awesome because I actually got it on sale and everything. I think overall, the whole thing cost me like $78. But this monitor mount has every single positioning you could fucking imagine for these things. Like every single part of it moves, every single part of it has its own tension screw. Like you can literally do whatever the fuck you want with these monitor mounts. It's crazy. And I have 2 monitors. So yeah, I just recently got that set up like 3-4 days ago. Something like that. 3 or 4, it's Tuesday. Tuesday I got these set up. So Tuesday I set these up. And for those of you at home who are obviously watching this now, this would have been last Tuesday. So, but anyways, for us right now, it's fucking Thursday. So it's been 2 days, and I've been enjoying this. Yeah, and I fucking love it, man. I got so much more space. I got my fucking carpet on the right side of the desk now, and yeah, everything's set up. It's fucking beautiful, dude. I fucking love it. Ugh, I feel like a pro. I don't know. This just set me on another level, man. Like it's like the monitors are up in the air and they're not on the desk, and it feels weird. It took me a while to get used to it because it's higher than it was, but it's more ergonomically correct for me. So that's even better because I was staring down at my monitors, which is fucking terrible for you. So
looking down is better for your eyes.
I told that the top of the monitor needs to meet the brim of your nose, and this is ergonomic safety, which is something that I train on as a safety professional. So
I'm going to take this time on the internet to tell you how wrong you are.
That's fine, but ergonomically correct. You're like literally the middle of your nose where your top of your monitor is supposed to be. So that way you're still looking down, but but not that. I mean, my head was tilted down. Is what I mean.
Oh
by that.
No, that's not.
That's
good.
What I'm talking about. Yeah, my head was tilted down.
So. My head is tilted forward, but my back is tilted down. Is that bad?
Yes, because that's just bad posture in general. Which, by the way, I'm not wearing it, but you guys might see it, so I might as well go ahead and say it. I'm not ashamed of it or anything. But I actually just recently bought me a posture corrector because I actually want to work on having a better posture.
Like one of those little sits in the middle of your shoulder blades and buzzes to remind you how to
No, well, it doesn't buzz you, but it's just basically a back strap. It's got a one strap on one strap on the other, and you pull it, and it strengthens it pulls your shoulder blades back, so that way you're like straight up, and then it just keeps you from like you physically can't put your shoulders down at ease because it just keeps them up. Like you physically can't. There's no room to put them down because this strap is keeping them up, and it helps strengthen your your posture overall in general. Because I've got terrible fucking posture. So I got
All right.
like a dog.
How does it strengthen your posture if it's doing the holding for you? Like at that point, it seems like you're just kind of constricted into having good posture.
So they told you that you would feel the difference pretty much immediately. Like you wouldn't see any difference, but you would feel the difference immediately, and they weren't lying. Like there would literally be times where in my motions while I was playing games that I would relax my shoulders, and my shoulders would just start to hurt because I didn't feel like they were for the fucking 8 hours that I was just at work where they were straight. And in my mind, I'd go, oh shit, and I would automatically think of, oh, I need to fucking put my fucking shoulders back straight constantly. So I wear it while I work. I haven't decided to start wearing it while I stream or anything yet. I figured I do need to take it off at some point because it does get to the point where if like you have it on too long, it starts to like get real rubby underneath the arms and shit because that's a terrible fucking area. And so you got to take it off every once in a while. But yeah, I pretty much wear it while I work 8 hours. You know, I work at a desk job, and right now I fucking work from home. So yeah, it's working out pretty well. I mean, I was in a bad car accident a very long time ago, and since then I've had a terrible back. Kelsey knows.
Yeah.
She did a little bit of a semi-pro alignment on me, and was able to tell that my spine was basically a fucking S at this point. So
yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. So anything I can do to kind of like correct shit, because I definitely have issues for sure. So anything I can do. I mean, fucking like I said, it's like I told my girlfriend. At the end of the day, $20, I'm out. Then it's fucking $20 I'm out. At least I bought something that's not like a selfish thing. You know, I'm literally trying to physically do something to help my body while I'm doing what I'm doing. Like I could say the same thing about my fucking game chair, but at the same time that was also a selfish buy. I wanted a fucking game chair. But I mean, now I will say with the fucking awesome cushion fucking pillows and shit it has for like the lumbar support, this fucking chair is amazing. It's helped my back out a lot. Like I don't get any fucking back fatigue at all in this fucking chair at all. It's fucking great. But that shoulder strap thing is definitely fucking worth it in my opinion. I kept seeing it on Facebook, and I normally don't like to do Facebook buys, but I did buy it from Facebook. I went to Amazon and looked up the item, and then bought it from Amazon.
Facebook actually still gets the credit. If they advertise to you, they actually have little tracking things that go, oh, did you eventually just go and buy this somewhere else? Okay, then we still get credit for it.
And that's fine.
Because we put it in front of you.
That's fine. It is what it is. I mean, they showed it to me. Because it was like, I mean, obviously your fucking phone listens to you, dude. There's just all there is to that. And I was literally sitting there talking about it.
100%.
And now that's like all I see is like, here's this shoulder strap. Have you heard of the fucking chirp wheel? If not, here's what this does. It's like this wheel that you set on the ground and you fucking lay your back on it. And it's got a fucking dip in it that's for your spine. And you just roll back and forth on it. So that way it just fucking stretches your whole fucking back. Like all this fucking back support shit. And I'm like, I feel like a goddamn old man. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, that's what they decided.
You didn't have to. That's fine. That's fine. That'll probably be next on the list for all I fucking know. Who fucking knows? So, but yeah, that's kind of what's been a little new with me here.
Jojo, don't you have a whole bunch of Amiibos or something along those lines?
Oh, yeah, they're downstairs. They're not like, because I'm in the suburbs when usually I live in the city, right, in apartments. I'm in my mom's old office, kind of appropriating it for my purposes right now, but there's no way to get this thing high enough. I'm sitting on the floor with my laptop on the chair. It's probably not great ergonomically. And collectible-wise, I have this Shrek here.
There you go. It's all about Shrek.
Hello, my name's Shrek.
There we go.
And that's kind of all I've got within... Oh, no, I got this, too. It's a Country Bears Bank.
There you go.
I don't know why. I don't know when it's from. And buy it. Oh.
Is that your collectible, or did somebody give that to your mom? Or
I mean, it's a good chance we bought it in 1994 when we went to Disney World. It's here still.
That's amazing.
So I'm working with the situation I've got. But not like a ton of Amiibos, yes. Downstairs I have most of the ones they made.
That's fair.
Amiibos is attached to a game, correct?
Not necessarily. I mean, technically it's more attached to a system versus a game, but attached is used very loosely here. More as in, like, you can use them to possibly get extra DLC-ish type stuff from games. Like, for instance, the best case scenario to put here is when I was playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have the original Link Smash Bros. Amiibo that came out. If I put that on the joystick while I'm playing, I can actually summon a loot drop for my Link in the game that will give me weapons and stuff. But this one also has a small percentage chance to summon actual Epona, which for those of you who don't know, basically Kelsey, Epona is Link's actual horse in the games. But she wasn't put in this because you could just jump on wild horses and run with them or tame wild horses. So you can actually summon Epona, which is Link's actual legendary horse, which is cool. And what is even cooler is that whenever you take Epona up to register her at the horse stallions, or the stations, the guy goes, all right, you ready to name it? And I'm like, yeah. And it's like, hold on, wait. Is that the legendary Epona? You can't rename Epona. That's got to be illegal or something, right? And it doesn't let you rename her. I thought that was pretty cool. So, not that I was going to anyway. I just wanted to register her, so that way she would always be at a stable at least if I wasn't using her. So, that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's what those do.
Mostly they just work with Super Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
That's like made like for every character, so I've got like 60 of those.
There you go.
Then Toys R Us was clearing out Animal Crossing amiibos one time, so I have all of those.
There you go.
Now, do I remember? Go ahead. Sorry.
That's all. That was the end of that sentence.
Do I remember correctly that you have multiple of some of them, specifically the Animal Crossing ones?
Oh, no. I think that was maybe just a joke that I could buy. They had like 20 of some weasel that no one liked.
Talking about Rossetti?
No, Lottie. She's like a pink weasel from the Happy Home Designer game, I think.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Or I didn't play that one.
Yeah, right. I mean, like, no one wanted that one because who the fuck's Lottie?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Did I give you the amiibo that my mother's very well intentioned, and like my husband and I, we have geckos. My nickname growing up was Gecko. Like geckos are a thing for me, and my mom found a. Do you guys remember the bad guy from Monsters Inc? That little purple.
Yeah, Randall, right?
Randall. Yeah. So my mom found one of those and she unboxed it and sent it to me, and she's like, isn't this so cute, it's a purple gecko. And I'm like, no mom, you just sent me the bad guy. Like, I'm not. So at this point it's hiding near the plastic cutlery in my house, so like anytime I've got a party at my place, somebody will open it up and they're like, why the hell is Randall in here? And I'm like, I don't know. I think I wanted to give that to you and tried to last time you were at my house. Did I actually give that to you?
No.
Okay, you're gonna get that one day. Scott has repeatedly been like, he probably doesn't want it. And I'm like, it's gonna go with the rest of the ones that he has much more than it goes with my plastic cutlery.
That's not legally an amiibo. It's a Disney Infinity figure, which is similar.
Yeah, it's similar, but not the same. Yeah, they're definitely different. The Disney Infinity figures were only specifically used for the Disney games.
So it doesn't help you at all.
It does not, no.
I mean,
it depends on if he actually uses them. I'm in the same boat. Like, I got the Link one as a gift. The Cloud one I also got as a gift, but I was literally going to be buying that week. But then my fucking, you guys have seen him on channel multiple times at this point, Mike was like, brother, let me get it for you. Your birthday's coming up and it'll be a birthday gift. So he got me, and it's Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. I mean, obviously it's from Smash Bros, but it's him in his original purple soldier uniform from the original one. And then they also have the Cloud from Advent Children, which is the one that I still need to buy. I don't use the amiibos at all for any kind of games, including Smash Bros, which I fucking love Smash Bros to death. It's one of my favorite fucking goddamn Nintendo games out there. But I did use the Link one because you got the chance of summoning Epona. That was literally the only reason I ever used an amiibo, and I've never used an amiibo again. It was just that one time, and I got lucky enough to get her off the first try. So didn't have to do the whole wait 14 hours or whatever, and then you could try again. I literally got it right off the first try, and I was like, all right, well, that was fun. And I never did it again. So now they just collect dust on my desk as cool little statues, because they actually look good. There's a good amount of detail on
they're
them.
nice figures, and you get characters that you wouldn't otherwise get stuff.
Exactly.
No one else making a nest. Earthbound. So.
Yeah, I actually have somebody that's actually trying to create, like, so I have a friend, and you guys saw it from the Final Fantasy VII review show, but Mike showed you the Cloud Pop.
Yeah.
That he had his buddy make for me, because his buddy was wanting to do some commissioned ones, and I was like, well, they don't have license to Square Enix, so I'll probably never see a Cloud one, but if you can make Cloud one for me, that'd be awesome. And he made that one, which is fucking sweet. And I would love for that to be on my desk someday, Mike. But anyways, so
Mike's making you sweat, and I'm on Mike's side with that one.
Yeah, he's being a real dick about it. You say he's making me sweat. I'm pretty sure I bought him a Roadhog Pop, which, by the way, he wanted just solely so he could have a second one. And on top of that, I just sent him like a freaking care package. I don't even remember what was all in it, but I just sent him like we had a GameStop that was downtown in Madison here that was closing down, and instead of transferring all their stuff to other stores, they were told to liquidate. So just keep slashing. So I went in on the day when it was like everything was 95% off. So I just called him because he's my fucking best friend. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking video call you. I'm gonna show you the store. You point to it, I'll grab it. That's all there is to it. And so I sent him that, and fucking, I want my goddamn cloud. All right.
Man, you're only generous if you're gonna get something out of it.
No, I actually had forgotten about the cloud because it had been so long. I want to say, I'm almost 100% sure it's been almost a full year since that cloud was made for me. I'm almost 100% sure about that. A full year. I'm not gonna go look because that's just gonna fucking take forever.
That's just gonna make you angry. Don't do it.
But anyways,
this man his cloud.
right. So I've got a friend, and she is actually looking into making her own Amiibos, and I thought that was pretty interesting. That people like get like really into that, because like basically from what I've been told, like you obviously have to have some certain like tools and shit for like the plastic and stuff like that. But like basically what you're really doing is like getting the adhesive off of each individual part and then remixing parts to make stuff and then using extra plastic to touch up what you didn't get to recreate naturally. So like Cloud was made from a Sora pop. Like his hair is actually Sora's hair from Kingdom Hearts. So they took Sora, because Sora is technically Disney, so they were able to use him, where Cloud is not Disney, he's just strictly Square Enix. So they're able to take Sora's hair, stuff like that. And then I think even the Keyblade itself is like somewhere buried within plastic of that Buster Blade of that Cloud as well. Like the Keyblade was used to kind of like be a good mold and holder for the long ass blade that he had to put onto there, which I thought was pretty cool as well. So, yep. So that's apparently what they do. I mean, that's what she said she was going to do. I was like, that's pretty fucking sweet.
That seems very interesting.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what they look like when they turn out, and if they look cool, awesome. Because what I would like to do is get a hold of that guy that made my Cloud Pop, give him my fucking address versus Mike's fucking address.
Have him make 4 more.
Well, no, I want him to actually, if he's down, I'd like to fucking commission him to make the entire fucking team. Like that'd be fucking sweet. Because I just got my notification that Square Enix is going to be sending out, well, not sending out, but charging for, and then sending out my Polygon figures that I pre-ordered forever ago here in August. So I'm pretty pumped about that. So I'm going to have, it's not the full cast, but it's 6 figures. Although it says they're blind box, but everybody I've talked to said they get the full set every time they order it. So that'd be fucking sweet if it's the full set. But either way, if it's the full set, the last figure is supposed to be a mystery figure, but obviously like it's the same figure for each one. So people have already posted what the mystery figure was, which I wasn't worried, or I wasn't mad about. But it's actually Cloud in his dress. So I thought that was cool too. So you get Cloud, Tifa, Barrett, Red 13, Aerith, Sephiroth, Reno, and then the 8th figure is Cloud in a dress. That's what it was. 7 figures, and then the 8th figure is the rando. Why Sephiroth and Reno made the cut, I don't know. I can't tell you.
Why Reno and not...
Why Reno? Why either one of the Turks at all? You still have so many people from the normal cast of the heroes.
That
like
would be better to
Sid
you.
and Kate Sith and Vincent and Yuffie. Like, any of them would have been great. So, yeah. I don't know. And I'm also in talks with an Etsy artist right now because I ordered some posters from him, which I showed you, Kelsey. And those came in actually on my birthday. They were supposed to come in the day after my birthday. They came in on my birthday. I was like, oh, look at that.
Aww.
And so I haven't hung them up yet. I did get them all nice and framed. They're just kind of sitting over there next to the wall right now because I'm trying to figure out where I want to put them. But I asked him, and he said he would think about it, and he'd let me know. But I told him, I was like, dude, if you're fucking down to do the entire original team, I will buy all of them from you. Because the first Cloud one was $25, and then it's $25 per each one, or you can buy the full group of 3 for $45. And I was like, fucking deal, dude. I didn't even notice that the first time. So he canceled my Cloud order, and then he fucking let me reorder the Cloud Tifa Aerith, and then just bumped me up to the 45. I was like, fucking 45 for all 3 of those. I'll fucking pay for that. That's easy. And then, so yeah, I would like to do the rest of the cast. That'd be sweet. That would be sweet. Because they look so good. They look so good.
I I do. As your friend, I admire, because every time I come over to your house, you have new statues and things like that to show me. And I'm like, huh, that's neat. I have none of that stuff in my house. The only stuff that I do have was either given to me by somebody who decided that I needed to have it, or that my husband has for very rare reasons. And there's very rare exceptions where he's like, I want a statue or thing of this. I don't understand having all of these things. I don't understand why you want all of these things. Explain this to me. My accountant heart, as you talk about all of these, just withers and dies and like crumbles in the corner. Like, why?
So
explain this to me.
You can look at them; they're there, and then you look, and there it is.
Well, one, yeah, there's the aesthetic pleasing
You have
of
to
your
dust
favorite
all of
shit
them.
is around you. I mean,
Not anything. What?
yeah, if you keep it a clean desk, you'd be fine. I mean, I don't really have to. I mean, every once in a while, I dust my cloud in his bike just to fucking do it, just to make sure. But I mean, it normally looks just as good as it did come out of the box. I mean, it obviously you got the pleasing aspect of the shit that you like being around you. For me, it's more along the lines of like a lot of these are from specific points in time where like I did something cool or I achieved something. Like my Halo Reach statue, I won that midnight release. Like I
Cool.
won that. And that thing's fucking huge. It's a gigantic mountain with all fucking 5 Spartans on it. Like, it's huge.
It is really cool.
That
Yeah.
sounds awesome. Yeah.
Like, that's a midnight release win. Same thing with my Gears of War statue. Midnight release win. The majority of these are gifts. My Vivi figure is a Final Fantasy figure that my dad bought a long time ago whenever they came out. And he's obviously since passed on. And that was like a figure that I got left with, which is fucking awesome because I fucking love Vivi and I love Final Fantasy. And that was a game that me and him both shared common interest in. He got me into Final Fantasy. He got me into Zelda. He got me into Marvel Comics, honestly. As far as the other stuff, it's like, you know, my letter opener. I can't remember where I got it from. It was like some random place that we went to in Wisconsin, and it was some place that I didn't think would be selling anything like that at all. I want to say it was almost like a gas station. Here you have this fucking Legend of Zelda letter opener for like $5, and I was like, sure, why not? That's so awkward to have here, but you know what? Fuck it, and that's a memory now. Like I have that. Like it's like I got it from a random fucking place. It's kind of cool to me. Tyrael, the pop by, that was more of I've never had anything like statue related to Diablo, and that was the game that got me into computer gaming. Like if it wasn't for Diablo 2, I never would have played computer games. And even after I played Diablo 2, it left such a mark on me that every other RPG I played after that, I would be like, man, I just really want to find a game like Diablo 2 that I can play with my friends on the Xbox. I used to say that all the fucking time. Like that game set the standard for that kind of game for me. So now I actually have a pop of my favorite fucking character from that, and goddamn the fucking... they did a really good job on the quality of it. Like his armor and shit like that, like he looks fucking badass. Yeah, I mean, Cloud, another
this
one.
was tied to significant emotional moments for you.
Yeah, a lot of it.
And at least some of them, and then once you kind of got the process started with those emotional moments, at that point it's kind of you're just adding on to something that you already have.
Right.
Jojo, is that true for you, or is that just Chris's story?
I'm pretty invested in Nintendo from when I was a kid, so that's why I have a million Amiibos because that's all Nintendo stuff. And it's nice to have a King K. Rool, because kid me could never get one of those because it didn't exist.
Yeah.
And now in the year 2019, they made one. It's like, oh shit. Oh.
Okay.
I mean, something kind of really has to stick out to me in order for me to want to do that too. I mean, it's not like for instance, like I said, I'm not a fan of Amiibos. I'm also not a fan of Pops, but I have a couple of Amiibos and a couple of Pops of my favorite shit, and then it's like, that's it. Like if they came out with Final Fantasy VII Pops, I'd buy every fucking one of them, but I wouldn't buy anything past that. I'm not going to fucking, oh my god, I don't know, good example, Overwatch, I'm not going out and buying Overwatch Pops for myself. Would I like a Genji Pop? Sure. But I wouldn't buy it because I'm not that invested in Overwatch, and I'm also not that invested in Pops. As they have like a really significant want and need for me to do it, which I understand the aspect of, collecting Amiibos or collecting all Pops, because Mike used to do that too. He used to collect every fucking Pop, but he also worked for Funko. So it was a little bit easier for him and shit like that. It's like, it made sense. But I don't know. Like I said, it's just more of a significant. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, I've either one, it's been gifted to me by somebody, or two, I got. Like my Deadpool statue that I have out right now, where he's just holding a thumbs up and holding a katana out. It looks fucking badass, and I saw it at the comic book store and had my eye on it a couple times. And then I went in there one day and I was buying like 10 comics, and guys like, every time you come in here, you look at that Deadpool statue. He's like, why don't you just go ahead and take it? Sweet. And it's not big. It's not a big statue at all. I mean, it's probably about like the length of my hand, but fucking that's my and guess what? I go to that comic book store every time I buy comics. Literally every time I go to buy new comics, I go there because I know they're gonna have it.
And for the cost of one statue, he bought your eternal loyalty. So
yeah, if I had to literally look at what I have on my desk, and this includes me winning them as a free gift out of ones that I actually bought, because we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total statue/figures on my desk right now. I legitimately bought 1, 2. I bought 2 of these. I did not spend, or 3 of these. 3 of these. Out of the 12, I bought 3. The other 9 were given to me in some shape or fashion. My Diablo skull, that was a Christmas present from my buddy Tony. And that was Diablo 3. They got me that that was birthday. Yeah, that was a birthday present. They bought me Diablo 3 for birthday. So, and that came with it. Yep. A lot of my stuff is gifts from people.
All right. You have an aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my Funko Pops are gifts. Kelsey, our mutual friend Mark, bought like 3 random Star Wars Funko Pops for me from a Walgreens for some reason. And it's like characters you've heard of. It's, well, Okun. No. A dude I think is cool, but no one else has ever heard of. I mean,
honestly, that's a really awesome Mark gift, though. Like, he knows you well enough to be like, JoJo would want this if he was here, so I'm getting this for him. Like, that's pretty great. I love that.
That's the kind of guy I am when I go to like cool like places and shit. I'm like, oh wow, they would like totally fucking want this. They like when I went to fucking Comic-Con, like all my buddies I had on the phone, I was like, dude, like, if you really want this, I'll pick it up for you. Like, look at this. This is fucking... Like, I had one that I wanted to get for fucking... Was it Joey? Oh, my God. And it was... Spider-Man was in the middle. And he's not a big Spider-Man fan, but he loves Carnage. That's his favorite Marvel character is Carnage. And he's not... Yeah, he loves Carnage. I used to buy him so many Carnage fucking comics. It's ridiculous. But anyways... but it had Spider-Man in the middle, and then you kind of move to the left, and then it would rip it, and like it would show him ripping his suit, and he would turn into Venom. And if you move to the right, he would rip his suit and turn into Carnage. And so it was just like switching between those 3 constantly. I thought that was pretty cool. I can tell you this right now. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because of the recent talks that me and Kelsey have had off camera. Fucking Comic-Con. Holy shit, is that a huge breeding ground for fucking Overwatch? I was surprised by how many stands were dominated by Overwatch merch at Comic-Con. Like, I didn't see any other video game shit there besides Zelda and a little Mario. But fucking A, if it wasn't like every other 2 stands was just blown out the wall, whether it was posters, 3D posters, pops, made figures, statues, all kind of Overwatch out the fucking ass. I was like, damn.
Last year when I went to the Chicago one, they a place selling just replications of all the weapons from Overwatch too.
Yep. I saw that one whenever I was there too.
Ow.
Yep, exactly. It's crazy. Yeah, I want to go to Comic-Con again.
To go to Comic-Con as a kid, a bunch of years, and so I have a ton of stuff just that I got because of that. Like, because I was 13 and just buying a bunch of garbage.
Well, I never got to go as a kid. We weren't rich enough to do crazy vacations or anything. But Comic-Con was something that me and my dad always talked about going because we wanted to meet Stan Lee in person and potentially get a comic book signed by him. Like what comic book fan doesn't want to do that? And I got lucky enough that I have awesome friends, Kelsey included, that all pitched together to help send me to Comic-Con a couple years ago. And I went to Las Vegas Amazing Con and had a fucking great time. And on top of that, I didn't get to meet Stanley. I'm tell a story, and it's a pretty fucking awesome story. So I got the Rob Liefeld MVP package because my favorite is Deadpool. So Rob Liefeld, duh, made sense.
Oh, sure.
And so that's what was bought for me. So that way I would for sure get a comic book signed by Rob Liefeld. and I took the first comic my dad ever gave me as an actual collection piece, which was New Mutants number 98, first issue that Deadpool ever was in. So took that with me to go get that signed. And it's like one of the original copies. Like, this isn't like the 75-year Captain America anniversary one. This isn't like one of the reprints or a fucking second variant. Just that original run, which I think was like 10,000 total. So yeah, I have like one of the hardcore fucking originals, and I wanted to get my comic book officially graded and put in one of those fucking cases and everything. Holy shit, do they treat that stuff serious there. Like, serious. I had 2 guys literally usher me around the entire Comic-Con to get the signatures that I wanted, and then I had to give them my comic. Like, my comic could not leave their site at all, or they would void the signatures. Like, I wouldn't be able to claim the actual rights to those signatures on my comic. Like, it was fucking nuts. It was cool. I mean, the guys were cool, don't get me wrong, but it was just, I wasn't prepared for that. So they stood with me in line to get my comic book signed by Rob Liefeld, which was awesome. And then I got to take a picture with him, and his fucking family's so cool. Like, his wife was running around doing a whole like Instagram video of the entire crowd that was there cheering for him as he was walking in. Everybody lost their shit. Like, Rob Liefeld's just such a cool guy. And it's like, when I went to go take a picture with him, I was standing, and it was like I was fucking practicing social distancing before we had to. I was like 6 feet away from him. He's all like, "Come on, you're one of my fans. You're like family. Get in here." And so like we got right next to each other, and his daughter grabbed my phone and took a couple pictures of me and him together and shit like that. It was really, really cool. And what was the funniest part is, like, this lady, she had a copy of New Mutants number 98 behind me, and you could tell she wasn't in the comics. She was doing it for a kid. And she was looking at mine in my hand, and when I put it on the table, like, Rob Liefeld started laughing. And she's all like, "Why does my comic look so different from his?" He's like, "Well, because this kid's got an original." It's like, "You got a reprint, that's why." And so he's like, "Holy shit." He's like, "I haven't seen one of these in a while." He's like, "You know, you usually think that I'd get a lot of these signed." He's like, "Normally it's just Deadpool issue number 1. Oh, cool. So, yeah, but the thing that sucked is that I had bought a autograph ticket for Stan Lee as well, because I wanted to get it signed by Stan Lee and finally check that off the, me and my dad co-op bucket list there. And definitely before Stan Lee finished his bucket list. And that actually turned out to be the last year that Stan Lee did Comic-Cons. He ended up passing away the next year. That was his last Comic-Con run. So I was lucky that I went that Comic-Con. But while I was waiting in line, I was getting closer and closer and closer, because I started out on the side where Rob Liefeld was. The ushers told me to go ahead and just do Rob Liefeld, get that one out of the way. Since Rob Liefeld wasn't there, I could get in line early. And I was like, all right, sweet, yeah, I'll do that. Because first thing I did was register my comic as soon as I got there. And so I stood in that line, and I went over to the Stan Lee, and they do his whole section in a fucking tarp, and it's like a tarp maze. So you physically don't see Stan Lee until you're like there with him at all. Like, I saw Stan Lee. Yeah, I saw Stan Lee walk in and then go into his tarp section, and that was it. I did not see Stan Lee again at all. And it's actually funny, my Uber driver that took me there got lost. How? I don't know, when he lives in Las Vegas, but got lost, and this place is on the Strip, so you would think he's probably been to the convention center a couple times, but I guess I'm wrong. Anyways, got lost and wound up behind the convention center, and I actually got to see Stan Lee enter the building from the back. That was pretty cool. I was like, "Oh my god, Stan Lee, I'm gonna see that guy in like fucking couple hours." And dude's just like staring at me like, "All right, this guy's fucking wigging out my back seat. I need to drop him off quick." I was really excited. I was like, "Fucking Stan Lee right there, dude." So I got all the way up there, but I couldn't see him yet. And then an usher started coming down and telling people they had to get out of line. And I was like, "Why?" I kind of got this. I bought this ticket to get this autograph. I'm like right here. I really want to get this autograph. She's like, "Well, Stan Lee went home. He wasn't feeling well." And I was like, "Fuck, man, that sucks." And the other ushers were with me, and I'm just lucky that I got the guy that I did, because the guy that I did was apparently fucking friends with Stan Lee and had his fucking number in his cell phone. He's like, "Hold on one second, I got you." And he literally calls Stan Lee and puts him on speakerphone. And I was like, "Hey, I got this kid in line. It was his and his dad's dream to get a comic book signed by you. His dad passed away. He wants to finish that. Is there any way you can help this kid out?" And I literally hear Stan's voice come back, because I've heard it so many times through fucking cartoons and everything, going, "Absolutely, bring it to my hotel room tonight and I'll sign it for him." And so he literally brought my fucking comic book to the hotel room, got it signed by Stan, and like literally on my official certificate it says Rob Liefeld signed it, like random dates out here, 0605. Stan Lee signed it 0606. Like literally the next day. I was like, "That's cool." And I was like, the official Stan Lee signature and everything, fucking silver marker and all that shit. And I was like, "Fuck yes, dude." So, and I didn't get to see it,
awesome.
right? And I didn't get to see it, but it was whenever I got back home. It was about like 2 weeks after I got home, because I also paid to get my comic cleaned and shit like that by the actual official company that does it, so they don't fucking ruin it, and then grade it afterwards, so it would have the highest grade it could be. And I couldn't tell you what that is. It's somewhere in my fucking closet right now. I have it locked up, all nice and neat. But it's like a fucking 6 or 7, somewhere around there. But yeah, I got that fucking officially done and graded, and yeah, it's got Rob Liefeld and Stanley's signature, and it will forever just sit in that plastic container.
Fantastic.
That's amazing.
And then the second day I was at Comic-Con was me getting to actually explore Comic-Con and walk around and be, you know, a casual fucking Comic-Con goer, because day one was literally sitting in 2 lines basically the entire fucking time, and that was still exhausting. Like, I got back to my fucking Airbnb and I was like, I'm fucking beat, dude. Like, holy shit. I didn't think standing in lines would take that out of me, but goddamn, it sure did. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
Especially
those
when you
days are.
Go ahead. What was that?
It
Jojo?
just gets rough on your legs.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Oh, yeah.
con days.
Absolutely.
It's rough on your legs. If you don't handle crowds well, it makes it worse. And then if you're standing there with 2 guards the whole day, like, that's gotta feel a little weird too, and add a whole like alertness vibe you don't normally have.
It felt weird, and I definitely had the alertness vibe at the beginning, but at the same time, it's like they do the fucking shit that you're there for, you know? Like, they love comics just as much as you do. So it's like, start a fucking conversation, and I just fucking started talking to them, and we just went on and on and on about Marvel games. A story that I told them that they thought was fucking cool as shit was that the people who actually created, so for a lot of people who don't know, I live here in Wisconsin, and I live pretty close to the capital, and there actually is a gaming company that's right down the street from where I used to live, which is Raven Software, and they have made some Call of Duty games. Yeah, Raven Software, exactly. Call of Duty games.
Alliance?
Exactly. They did Ultimate Alliance. I did not know that they were that close to me at all. And I was at my comic book shop. Well, guess what? The developers were there, including the guy that did all the fucking drawing and illustrations for fucking Deadpool in the original Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So they told me, go back to your house, pick up your copy, and we'll fucking sign it for you. So I have a copy of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 with like fucking 12 different signatures on there from all these different developers that were on the game. And it was funny because their secretary was there because she was driving, because they were going to go out and get drinks, and she's going to be the DD. And one of the guys made a joke. He's like, oh yeah, we should have the secretary sign it too, you know, she was part of the team. She's like, oh no. I was like, nah, fuck it, come on, you were part of the team, get it. So I have her signature on there as well. Fuck yeah, you're part of the team.
You're such a
Yeah.
part of the team, don't you?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
such a damn thing.
Yeah, goddamn it, you're proud of your job, right? She's like, yeah. I was like, all right, sign my fucking copy, let's get it. Got everybody's signature on there, including the secretary. Let's go. Yeah, it was just some guys up there that were just doing free artwork, and I was so I just struck up a conversation. I was like, well, yeah, what do you guys normally work on comics? No, we develop video games. And I was like, no, we're serious. Like, we made Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, we're Raven Software. It's right down the road. And I was like, okay, you're giving me a lot of information that's blowing my mind right now. I'm gonna need a second to digest this and then come back and talk to you again. And I like walked away, Googled where Raven Software was, and it's like, yeah, it's like fucking 5 minutes away from you. And I was like, no fucking way! Holy
I had
shit!
no idea they were in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll drive by it all the time, and I'll see like fucking big ass fucking TVs in there turned on. They got like the fucking Call of Duty start screens on them and shit like that. And I'll be like, oh, there's Raven Software. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Apparently they do tours. I'll have to go do one time. They do tours. I'll tell you what, they made me want to be a video game designer. They got like a fucking gym in there, like a big ass gym in their fucking building. They got like a swimming pool in that motherfucker. I'm like, it must be
They won't let
nice
you go
being a game
home.
designer. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Like, crunch time to them is fucking insane. Like, they literally are working for fucking 3 weeks straight. So, yeah, it's
I
fucking
mean, yeah,
nuts.
on Call of Duty especially. I mean,
I did have that one thought where, like, I played that last one and there was, like, a lot of issues. I was like, I should drive down to Raven Software and beat on that door. Like, what the fuck? Get your shit together, Raven Software.
Did you then decide not to do
Oh,
that?
yeah,
Because
no,
that
I
be
would
an
never
asshole
do that.
thing?
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
good.
I would never do that. Now, I will make mean tweets at them on Twitter, but I won't. I'll let you that. I mean, I thought my tweet was fair. I'm like, how is it that this day and age we have a AAA title as big as Call of Duty, and on day one you guys can't compensate for the amount of people that are going to be playing that your servers are shut down for the first 6 hours of the release? That kind of seems pretty fucking shitty for people who paid full price to be able to get this game at midnight release. Just saying. Which I think is fair. I said the same thing to Bungie. I used to love the fuck out of Bungie till they went on and did their non-Destiny, or I'm sorry, non-Halo fucking shit. So I said the same thing to them. Halo Reach was a fucking massacre, and they tried to be cute about it. Like, oh my god, you guys are just gravity hammering the shit out of all of our servers. Don't try to add some Halo stuff into it and make it act like it's all fun and cool. No, your shit's broken. Fucking fix it. It's midnight, and I can't play this fucking game that I stood up for that you told me was going to be ready to fucking go at midnight. Your exact words were, I hope you're ready to log in at midnight. I was. You weren't. All right? That's where the issue is. All right?
We were ready to log in at midnight.
If it's all about the fact that you're just saying, hey, we hope you enjoy the game whenever the servers start working, then cool. I probably won't buy it at midnight release. I'll wait till the next day and then pick it up, and then I'll be able to fucking play it at that point because maybe you got servers working. But if you tell me, I hope you're ready to go at midnight, bitch, you better be ready to go at midnight, all right? Or else I'm going to Twitter, all right? I'm going to fucking Twitter. Done it multiple times. Do it again. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's like a date, Kelsey. All right, you don't understand. That's like a date. I got stood up by fucking Raven Software. All right, that's a date right there.
And so you're gonna call him out for it on Twitter?
Fuck yeah, absolutely. If I dated a chick and I found out she had a Twitter on the first date and something went wrong, I'm blasting that ass on Twitter. I'm like, you know what? She had the nerve to make me pay for the fucking meal. What the? No, I'm joking.
So thankful right now that I know you in real life, and I know that is the last thing that you do. So like, I'm thinking if I was watching this, I'd instantly be like, I hate Chris, and I permanently hate Chris. But I'm like, no, we're cool. I don't hate Chris because he's not a dick cake. He is not a dick cake.
That's fair. That's fair. I will say this. I do it with companies because I do hold them to a pretty high standard, especially if they say shit like, fucking, let's go at midnight. Cool. All right, cool. All right, well, I'm here. Where are you? You know? That's not how that should work. If you're telling me that I'm going to be able to fucking play this at midnight and then I go ahead and pay extra to get it literally early, like, come the fuck on. But yeah, I've always been known for that. Like, something's going wrong, somebody's having an issue, they just get Chris on it. I was the first guy to call. I can't tell you how many times I called fucking Xbox. I cannot tell you how many. I've had friends who were locked out of their fucking gamer tags, and I was able to fucking call Xbox and get them signed into their own fucking gamer tags and shit like that. Like, I was Chris will take care of it. I've always been that fucking person. So if something's wrong, like we there was one time we all went to go get on, and it's like Xbox isn't working. We looked up and it's like Xbox isn't down, it's working. And I was like, well, something's fucking down. So I immediately, like, we're talking for like 10 minutes, and my buddies are all like, hey Chris, are you gonna call Xbox? Just wondering. And I was like, I've already been on hold for like the last fucking 5 minutes, dude. Because no stream will log on. So yeah, no, I am definitely that person. I get shit figured out, that's for sure. So Twitter has just made it easier for me to vent my frustrations. So yeah, but since we're into the
world a better place, one tweet at a time.
Exactly. Since we're getting to the end of this here, last thing I want to bring up, just solely because I saw this comment today, and I kind of wanted to run it by Kelsey, because I don't remember that you said it or not. I remember that I brought it up, and I don't remember you said it. But when we were talking about the remake, and I said I absolutely hated Zach's voice actor, I can't remember if you agreed with me on that one.
I don't think I did. I did not experience deep hate with Zach.
I don't have a strong opinion.
He's terrible. I have a video that I just need to send you, and it's literally the very end of Crisis Core, which is exactly the same scene, shot for shot, that they did in the remake, where he's standing in front of the soldiers. Even the words are the exact same. And they play the first one, and then they play the remake, and then after that they play the remake scene with the first one's voice actor. It's just so much better. It's like, literally, it's not just me. It's probably like 75 to 80% of the Final Fantasy VII community hates the new voice actor for Zack. They're like, they could have not fucked that up anymore. Like, they're like, at least like Cody sounds like the original guy that played Cloud. Like, they're like, Sephiroth is not as like fucking necessarily not raspy, but you know what I mean. He's not as good, but he's not terrible. Everybody, it is a resounding around the fucking globe that the new voice actor for Zack is fucking terrible. It's not even close to the same fucking voice. And I can't get on that train. I can't get on that train. And then whenever I saw the whole fucking video where they did the whole new remake scenes with the old school voice, I was like, it just fits. This is canon to me. It just fits. I was like, they need to fucking fix that. There's somebody that posted, I couldn't believe this. It was a fucking petition that they had made for Square Enix to release DLC chapters of each one of the original chapters, but it was with the original voice actors' voices. I was like, they would never do that. What in your right mind would make you think that they would pay all that money to get voice actors that they're not going to fucking use? Like, that makes no fucking sense.
Deliberately change those people.
Yeah. They changed it for a reason.
Not an accident.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ. I think it was sad because like the Cloud guy, he even came out and talked about it, and from what I heard, like it wasn't the greatest parting of ways on either side. So that kind of sucks. You hate to hear that, but like the guy that played Cloud, he even came out and kind of got a little teary eyed and had this video, and he's like, at the end of the day, he's like, regardless of what happened, I do want to thank Square because Cloud Strife was a character that it was an honor to voice. Like, he was a completely different level than anything else I've ever done voice work for, and he was fucking awesome, and I got to voice Cloud for 17 years. Like, that was cool. Because you gotta think, all the Kingdom Hearts games, Cloud was in all those, fucking Smash Bros, shit like that. Well, Smash Bros, they only do the Japanese voice, but still, Advent Children and shit like that. Like, he got to voice Cloud and all that. And he was like, it was an honor. I wish I would have been able to do the new one, but the new guy is going to be really good. I'm really excited for you guys, and I'm excited myself because I know the remake's going to be awesome. So, he left it on a good note, which was cool.
It seems to be a thing that a lot of companies have been doing in the past few years of just changing voices of a character without even bothering to ask the original guy.
Yeah.
Like to say, off, good hater, or...
I mean, and I'm not necessarily against the new set either. Like, a lot of them, like, the chick that voices Aerith, like, they're part of the gaming industry. Like, that's cool. Like, I've watched her entire playthrough, and got to hear her different spots. Like, for one of the things that was weird to me is whenever Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith fall for Corneo's trap, and they hit the floor, when they get up, it does that circle around all three of them, and Aerith does that weird, like, little shiver, that like that, but she does, like, a laugh with it. And I was like, what is that? And so then she says, wow, it seems like it's kind of out of context here. She goes, but that was me attempting to do Don Corneo's laugh. And that's what they wanted me to do in that scene. They're like, imitate Don Corneo's laugh. She's like, and it took us, like, 80 tries to get it right, but there it is. Like, that was Aerith imitating his laugh. And I was like, wow, I never would have fucking pieced that together if I wouldn't have fucking watched her and her talk about it. And watching her laugh at the one time Aerith actually cusses in the game is so great. 'Cause she says the same thing I said whenever I heard it. And I was like, but she's just so innocent, dude. Like, it just takes you by surprise. When she's climbing up that ladder and it falls and she has to jump real quick. Clock gets her, she's like, shit! It's like, you just don't see that coming from Aerith. Oh, man. But one of the things that I didn't notice in my first playthrough is that whenever you're going down through those sewers, and you're trying to get back to the plate before it drops, and you lift up those gates and you walk along the gates to get from one side to the other on top of the gates. If you look back, Aerith is walking on those backwards. She's balancing herself and walking on them backwards. And Cloud Tifa moving forward. Regardless where she's at in line, she does them backwards. And I thought that was cool as shit. And it's not the same every time. Sometimes she walks forwards, sometimes she walks backwards, but it just goes to have her be just a little bit more of that, that kind of quirky character. I thought that was pretty fucking cool. Yeah, so whenever you're walking across the tops, just look back at Aerith, and sometimes she'll be forward, sometimes she'll be backwards. It's pretty cool. There's plenty of videos of her up there of her doing it backwards, where they run across and they turn around, they just watch her. She's just balancing herself and weaving and wobbling back and left and right. And she's just walking backwards across the entire thing. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. Although it doesn't make sense for whenever they get to that raft part, and she's the one that almost fucks up because she can barely keep any kind of balance on that whatsoever, but yet she gets on a small, thin gate, and she's able to just fucking do it backwards completely fine. I was like, well, that doesn't make sense, but I appreciate the thought of them going that extra level to be like, you know what, Aerith is kind of quirky. Let's give her, a little bit of a quirk here and do something different if she wants to. That's kind of cool.
I know you're not going to like this, but I don't think I talked about this in our review show. There were way more sparks between Aerith and Tifa than there were between either of those girls and Cloud.
Oh, for sure. I completely agree with you on that one. Absolutely. For sure. And it made me happy to a lot of different spots, like especially when they're all like, we'll go.
God.
Not like that. Not like that. It's more on the lines of like in the original, you always felt like they were not necessarily attacking each other, but against each other. So to actually be able to see them as a team.
See them be friends.
Yeah, like whenever they do the whole like, oh, let's go shopping. Yeah, we'll have Cloud carry all of our stuff. I was like, that's fucking awesome. I like that. That's great. Like I like them bonding. Yeah, because like I said,
What
the
were you saying,
originals,
Jojo?
like they're
So,
mad.
it's agreeing. Nothing.
I think he was saying exactly what I was saying. Yeah, and like I said, I completely agree with that. It was great. I was really happy with that. God, Kelsey always got to take it to another spot. Jesus.
That's what I thought you were saying, and I was making it very clear. It was gross.
Kelsey's-
You didn't need to do it.
Perfect. Trying to make me out to be the bad guy over here. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I think JoJo's on your side too. He's like, oh, don't do that.
Mm.
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
catch it until you brought up Kelsey. I don't know, but then that's all I could hear.
There you go. There you go. Well, yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to rattle your brain on that because I thought that was pretty fucking funny, and I was like, I wonder what Kelsey thought. I mean, because she's got like such a fucking crush on Zach, it's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I wonder what she. And his voice is terrible. It's fucking terrible. First one's so much better.
I remember not loving it, but also being like, nah, I'm too happy to have him for me to like start nitpicking.
No,
Like,
that's
I've got
not
him,
good
I'm
enough.
good.
That's not good enough. That's not good enough. I can tell you right now, if I would have been a Sephiroth fan, it probably would have been very hard for me to play the remake. I'm not gonna lie. If I was like a huge Sephiroth fan, because whenever I first heard him at Advent Children, I literally was like, "That's it. That is exactly what I thought Sephiroth would sound like. Like nail on the fucking head. Holy shit! Like I 100%." And then now it's like, he's okay. Like,
That's not quite right.
no, it's not. No, not even close. So, it is what it is. But Cloud's pretty on. Cody does a really good job. He sounds a lot like the original guy, so I'm happy about that. So I'll take it.
I thought the main four were great.
Yeah,
I agree.
Barrett, Tifa, and Aerith. Yeah, they all sounded great. 100%. I had no issues.
And, you know, Big's wife and Jesse, too.
The funny part is I actually know who plays Wedge. He's actually.
Matt Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I heard him, I was like, wait, that's that one guy. And I was like, oh my god. Yeah.
Someone.
Yeah. Well, it's like he's got one of those faces where you remember him, but you don't necessarily remember from, in my opinion. Like I had to jump down a couple rabbit holes, and I was like, well, I know he played Dwight's cousin in The Office. I know that much. Like not Moe's, but the one that came later on in the show. That was like the third cousin. Yeah, exactly. When they were getting ready for the Shroot Farm spinoff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that never fucking happened. But yeah, it's just like I was trying to think of like all the shit that I know him from, and I was like,
I think he's mostly known for Breaking Bad at this point.
He's in Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I think he's a pretty major. I mean, like he's like a recurring guy, like dude.
That's fair.
His name is Badger.
That sounds familiar. The nickname sounds familiar. Badger sounds familiar, but I can't place his actual character. Either way, this is probably like his fucking best role that he's gotten so far. So I'll fucking let him have that.
Great.
I mean, you're in fucking Final Fantasy VII, dude. Like, congratulations, you made it to the big leads. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you might be Wedge, but I mean, hey, at the same time, Wedge lived for now. So you defied death, my guy, and one of the most legendary RPGs to ever fucking exist. You defied death, so fucking be happy about that. I know I would be.
Wedge is great. I would love to voice just like a minor character in a thing.
Fuck yeah, dude. Absolutely.
Rando, I like a lot.
Well, I like it when they do stuff like that with the fucking community too, because like in Halo, there's a spot where like if you go all the way in the back, and I can't remember which Halo it is. It's like one of the later ones, but they actually have Griff and Caboose from Red vs. Blue, so Jeff and Joel from Rooster Teeth, as two Marines in the back, and they do an entire Red vs. Blue skit in the game. Like that's cool as shit for them to literally be like, this. The community loves this show so much. Let's add it to the game, and they literally have a whole fucking skit made for the game, and you can clearly tell it's those two characters, clear as day. Like that's cool as shit. I love when they do stuff like that. So I'm hoping to see some more little drops here and there. But yeah,
Whenever Halo comes out again.
Infinite.
Hopefully,
Yep. It's releasing right before the Xbox, the new Xbox. It's launching with it. Infinite.
allegedly, we'll see.
I'm excited. It will be why I buy the new Xbox. That's for sure. And Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 will be why I buy a PlayStation 5. That's.
I mean,
for
I'll
sure.
probably get before that for Horizon, but
Yes, thank you.
Actually, yeah, with Horizon on my list too, Project Athea or Athea, whatever it was called.
I'm not sure, yeah.
That one has my fucking eye big time, and mainly just it's a fucking Square Enix title. But I don't know. It was just weird. Like, it's like this fucking RPG setting, but in modern time. Like, the chick literally that you are is walking around wearing, like, fucking Adidas. You know what I mean? Like, but she's casting fucking spells and shit. It looks different. It looks weird. It looks awesome. Like, I'm fucking pumped for it. So,
I mean, that's just kind of what they did with Final Fantasy 15 already, right?
I mean, I haven't gotten there yet. That's the one I haven't gotten to yet.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm slowly making my way through the series. I'm like, well, I'm not even close to halfway.
So
I'm getting
15
there.
are good?
Oh! Last thing. That's what I wanted to say. Last thing. Final Fantasy 1, right? So I'm doing my playthrough of it. Square, at that point, was just Square. They were some cocky motherfuckers. They for sure thought that Final Fantasy was going to be the death of Legend of Zelda. They for sure thought Final Fantasy was going to be the death of that shit because it only came out on Nintendo. There is a fucking town that's called Elven something. I don't know. Elvenheim. That's what it is. Elfheim, not Elvenheim. Elfheim, and it's like the second or third big city that you go to, and all the characters there that are normal like NPC characters look like Link. They all are wearing the green tunic and everything. And then if you go all the way up to the top right, there's a hole through the trees that you can get around, and you go down and there's a fucking graveyard that has 3 tombstones. And you read the one on the right, it says there's nothing here. You read the one on the middle, it says it's nothing here. You read the one on the left and it says here lies Link.
Really?
I kid you not. There's fucking screenshots that you can look up on fucking Google. It literally says here lies Link. I was like, they were some cocky motherfuckers, dude. They thought for sure Final Fantasy was going to be like the end-all be-all. There wouldn't be any more of this RPG Zelda shit going on. It was all about Final Fantasy. Like, literally says, here lies Link. I was like, no fucking... I mean, it's a great way to pay homage to a fucking juggernaut. I mean, Zelda stood the test of time, just like fucking Mario. I mean, it's fucking amazing game. It's still fucking going on. It's awesome. I love every fucking title that comes out. But...
Do you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I've played all of them. I love them. They're so great. But, God, that just threw me for a loop. Because at first I was like, man, look at all these fucking Link wannabes. And then I fucking found that tombstone. I was like, no fucking way this says this. It literally says, here lies Link. Like, 100% here lies Link. I think the original says something like, rest in peace Link or something like that. I think is what the original says. I don't know. It's just like rest in peace or something like that, Link. And then the upgraded one, which is the one that I'm playing, that got re-released for PSP, because that's what I'm using as a PSP emulator to play the first and the second one. And yeah, that one, it says here lies Link, and I was like, no fucking way, dude. That's fucking crazy. That is crazy.
That
Yeah.
made you like him more though, because you're into cocky bastards.
Yeah, it did. I love Square
Okay.
Enix. They're my favorite gaming company right now. They have been for a while. It was Bungie, and then they made this thing called Destiny, and then it was Blizzard until they decided to fuck us all over on the Diablo side and be like, hey, I mean, I've never seen a company boot off their own stage. I've just never seen it. Like, to get booed off stage, Blizzard at BlizzCon, like. Fucking A. Like, we all gathered you here. We're going to release the next big Diablo title. I hope you're ready. Diablo Immortal. And then everybody's watching. They're like, oh, it looks good. I mean, it looks okay. Like, what is it on? It is a cell phone game. Everybody lost their shit. Like, you fucking brought us here to unveil this. You didn't tell us ahead of time it was a fucking mobile game. Everybody lost their shit. Booed Blizzard right off the fucking stage. They got to working on Diablo 4 pretty fucking quick.
Had a few bad years.
Pretty fucking quick. And goddamn, does Diablo 4 look good. I've never seen a trailer that long before. Their trailer for Diablo 4 is 9 fucking minutes. That is a
Did it just start
long
with the words not a
fucking
mobile
trailer.
game?
They should have. It should
Maybe a
have.
Metal Gear trailer that is that long.
Yeah?
Long. Yeah.
That's a long trailer, dude.
Your trailers are all so long, and they're like music videos, and
Well, me and
Right.
Dylan did a review for it here on the channel, and I was like, have you watched it yet? And he's like, no. And I was like, all right, cool, let's watch it together. And I'm thinking fucking 2 minutes, and it's 10 minutes later, and we're finally fucking recording. I was like, god damn, that's a long fucking trailer. Like, I can remember hardly half of this shit that was in it that I wanted to fucking talk about. It's goddamn 9 minutes of all fucking cinematic. There was no gameplay in there at all. It was all cinematic. It wasn't like half cinematic, half gameplay like most trailers. It was all cinematic. I was like, what the fuck, bro? I
don't have a
mind-blown.
game to show yet. Right?
Probably. So, we'll see. But anyways, No, so we're going to wrap it up like 14 times now. So, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, hit us on the notifications so that way you get notified next time we upload another video. Hit the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts on the multiple different topics we talked about. Or if you want to sit there and say, Kelsey needs more collectibles, and then we'll start showering her with collectibles. Make her desk look like mine. I'm going to send her a whole bunch of pops of Genesis from fucking Final Fantasy Crisis Core.
Fucking dare. God, I hate that guy.
It's going to be all different colored fucking jackets, too. Like, they're just going to have different colored jackets the entire time.
Oh, God.
I will say this to put your mind at ease. That there's a good chance that rumor I was talking about is like 100% false. It was just a rumor to begin with. It was not ever said by Square at all that Genesis might make a comeback in the second part of Final Fantasy VII. But from what I found out, there's an actual Japanese singer who dresses just like Genesis, and that's where they got his likeness from in the first place. His hair, his jacket, everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That weird couple years where that dude was like just really prominent for some reason.
Yeah. And yeah, so they literally got all that from him, and apparently him and Square Enix are like not on good terms or standings right now, so they wouldn't be able to license his likeness for the character Genesis anyway. So there's a good chance that one's dead in the water. That rumor's dead in the water, but we'll see. I'm just saying.
Well, I hope they keep feuding.
If the screen goes black and all of a sudden we just hear a fucking page from Loveless, I am going to lose my shit and call you immediately. Oh my god.
I will lose my shit as well, and I will not answer, but you'll know it's because I am so mad I'm breaking something in another room.
I'm probably not even going to call you. I'm just going to fucking send you a text message of a fucking chapter of Loveless. I'm just like, Act 1. Just put ...
Breaking shit in the other room.
Genesis was my hero. But yeah, I just get a whole bunch of those and just have him with different colored jackets all the way through. And then we'll just surround that on your desk, just a whole bunch of Genesis. That'd be great.
Terrible.
But anyways, so go ahead. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next time.